Okay, so we're
The
going
next
into the
one
main
is
card, right? Go for it.
yeah, main card. So the first one is it's a heavyweight fight. It's Greg Hardy versus Yorgan De Castro. Who do you have
That's a
on
good
that
fight. Obviously, Jorgen De Castro just came off a win of Justin Tafa, right? Just knocked him out in the
one?
first round. I think Greg Hardy's gotten better. Striking has gotten better. When he fought against Volkov, he kind of showed that, utilizing that jab, not just going in and trying to knock some guys out, because that's not going to work in the UFC, man. You know what I mean? In my opinion, I don't think that's going to work. But I don't know, man. I think Yorgan De Castro is scary because going in, you got to know, okay, like, I could get knocked out. And I think Greg Hardy has to be aware of that. I know he has punching power in his right hand, which I think it's one of those fights, man. First one to land gets knocked out, First one to land that big punch could get knocked out. It's just a matter of who's going to do it. In terms of stylistically, though, I think if Greg Hardy maintains that pace for the first round, not going for the knockout, just utilizing that jab, utilizing that boxing, that American Top Team has helped him out a lot. I think he can win that fight. I think if he goes in there guns blazing, I think Yorgan De Castro will take advantage and knock him out.
I agree.
Or could knock him out. Obviously, Greg Hardy has power too. Shit, man. I don't know, man. This is one of those fights. First one to land, right? It's one of those. They both have.
I feel like they're gonna come out like just punching, man. Like they're gonna take their distance, but I feel like it's just gonna be an all out just.
Yeah.
Whoever strikes and whoever takes it, but.
Oh yeah. I think it'll be a good fight. I don't know. Like if I had to put my money on it, here you have to make a bet, bro. I'd probably go. Oh my god, bro.
It's tough. This one's tough.
I'm gonna go Yorgan, dog. I'm gonna go underdog.
I think I would go underdog too.
I would go underdog.
I think I would go underdog.
Why not? That'd be interesting. I don't know though, bro. Greg Hardy's getting better though. Greg Hardy's getting better. So I don't know. I think if he comes in, fighting a little different, just being patient, I think Greg Hardy will take it. But do I think he's going to do that? I don't think so. I think Yorgan's going to go in, and Greg Hardy's going to want to go in, just the type of fighter that he is. He's going to want to go in and exchange, which is dangerous for both guys. In terms of the one gum coming out on top, maybe I don't know. But I'm going to say for some reason, maybe Yorgan may pull it off. I think he's going to pull it off. I think something about
agree.
it.
If I had to choose, I would also go Castro, man. I feel like he's gonna come out on top. This one's tough, though. This one's tough to pick, but like you said, Greg Hardy is getting better. But I don't know. Sometimes you gotta go for underdog. I feel like Castro's gonna take it.
I mean, his conviction and stuff, everything that he's gone through too is gonna play a big factor. I mean, this dude. He's undefeated. He's undefeated. Most wins by knockout.
A lot of people. He gets a lot of criticism for what's happened. I mean, there's people that don't want to watch it, but it's just like.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see, man. But I think I'm going Castro that one. Make it interesting.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, next fight: Jeremy Stephens versus Calvin. Is it Qatar? Yeah.
Cater, I think. Cater,
Qatar, whatever.
Yeah, that
Qatar.
one. That one's Calvin Cater. Dude, who do you have on this one, bro? I mean, this one.
It's interesting.
Jeremy Stephens is. He's coming off losses. He came off the loss of Yair Rodriguez. Remember they had to fight twice because of the eye poke?
Yeah.
Because of the eye poke and everything. So that one was tough. I think Calvin Cater, I know he lost his last couple ones too, but.
Mm-hmm. Well, he went against Ricardo Lamas.
Yeah.
That was his last big win.
But honestly, I feel like Cater's an underdog in the division, bro. I feel like.
Oh, yeah. He's got power, really man.
I mean, Jeremy Stephens is a dog though. Like he doesn't back down, but this one, I mean, yeah, you've seen Stephens' wars. I mean, he goes all out and he can take a punch for sure. But for this one, I'll probably go underdog. I'll probably go Cater.
Really? I don't know, man. I think I actually disagree. I gotta go Stephens on this one, bro. I think obviously I'm not saying the Cater's gonna lose. But I think Stephens knows how important this fight is, especially for him. Like you said, he's been losing these big fights, and I think for him, in order to stay on top, he's got to win this fight. And I think he knows that in part of him. And I know, obviously the way that he fights, he's a dog. You know what I mean? So he's got power in both hands. He's got pretty good grappling. So I think that he's gonna go in there. I think he's going to try to go to the knockout. I think it's scary. He's got to be careful, go in the pocket, utilize more boxing rather than just overhands, especially against a guy like Calvin who has range on him. He has that huge range advantage on him, and he has really good striking. But I think Steven's going to pull it off. I think he's obviously a veteran. He's been seasoned. He knows exactly what's going on. I think he's going to, utilize that power in a way that he will get in there. Obviously, there's always that chance of him losing, getting knocked out, or taken down. But I don't know, man. Part of me thinks that he's going to come in there, pull it off. But overall, I can't wait to see the fight, But I would go Stevens on that one if I were to put my money on it.
You're lagging.
Am I lagging? Pardon, we have some technical difficulties.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Your screen isn't moving very well.
Okay, yeah, I was saying.
All right. There you go. Okay. All right. No, we're good. I think we're good. I'll edit all that.
So you're going with Stevens then?
Stevens, man.
Okay.
Obviously, I'm not like, oh, dude, he's gonna kick his ass. But like, I think obviously Stevens is gonna. I think he'll pull it off. Next fight is Francis Ngannou versus Jairzinho. How do you say his last name?
Rozenstruik?
Rozenstruik?
Yeah, Rozenstruik. That's a good one, man. I mean, this one, I feel like I would take Ngannou. I mean, he's been on a tear. His last 3 fights, he's won. He did lose to Stipe, but he just got off his win when he fought Kane. He had JDS, Overeem, the infamous Overeem knockout. He just sent him to Pluto. Like, he was just...
Okay.
But
I disagree.
Rozenstruik has been... I mean, he's undefeated.
He's undefeated, and I don't know, bro. I mean... Yeah. It's one of those. It's another Greg Hardy like Yargan fight in the sense of like who lands first. Yeah, right? It's one of those. But I think what I'm trying to think. Like, I think what Jairzinho has that's gonna be a big part in this fight, in my opinion, is his jab. He has this power jab that he uses that we kind of. He used against Arlovsky, Alistair Overeem, or he just goes in there. He knocked out a guy with it, I think. What was it? Against he was an undercard fighter. But he knows how to use his punches, man. I think that jab, if he utilizes it correctly, obviously he's fighting against Francis Ngannou. It's gonna be no easy task. But I think with the momentum that he has and the confidence that he has, especially within these last fights, I think it's gonna do well for him against this fight. And that's just saying that, he does go in there and land those punches. Obviously, this is not the same fight as the Alistair Overeem or the Andrei Arlovsky. Obviously, he's fighting against Francis Ngannou, who's arguably one of the most strongest fighters in the world right now. So, and not even arguably, he is one of the most strongest fighters in the world right now. So I think it is dangerous for him to go in there and do that. But if he does, I think he can pull it off. And in fact, I think he will pull it off. I think it'll be interesting though. Obviously, if Francis knows that, if Francis knows how to keep the distance, he's shown that very well. But if he goes in there and lands that punch, man, I think Ngannou's in for a long night. I think he can actually pull off this fight. I think both guys are going to go in there in round 1 or round 2. I think it's going to be knockout, man. Round 1 or round 2. And I'm willing to put my money on Jairzinho, man.
That's good. That's a good fight. That's a good fight. I feel like Ngannou has them from his fights. I mean, when he fought Stipe, it was a lot of criticism and everything for him not knowing how to like be conditioned and all that. But I feel like he has learned from other fights, even though it's hard sometimes because when a fighter knocks out someone so rapidly, you don't really see what's like they're in for in terms of like the conditioning because it's over so fast. Mm-hmm. But I feel like he has learned how to use his power and use that to his advantage. And I'm pretty sure he's realized how to practice conditioning and everything. So
yeah, man.
I think it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be a war for sure.
Oh, it'll be a war, man. It's gonna be one of those. I mean, this is one of those fights. You kind of have to flip a coin, dude. Whoever lands the first punch, whoever lands that huge power hand. Exactly. You know what I mean? And it's also a matter of who, if they can take punch, because they've both been hit. They've both been seen to been able to take punches. Thing is that they've never taken each other's punches before, so I think it's going to be interesting too to see, if one does land, which I think one punch will land, whether it's from Francis or Jarzinko. I think it'll be interesting to see if they can take that punch. And I don't know, man. I don't know. I think. I have to stick with Jarzinko on this one. Obviously, that's not an easy pick for me. I think, obviously, this isn't an easy card to pick, any fights, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But, man, I think he's going to pull it off. I mean, I'm going for a lot of underdogs. I noticed that right now. But I think that, I don't know, man. Part of me thinks it's going to be an interesting night. It's going to be a night that, people's expectations are going to be a little altered, But, man, sticking with that one.
Then the next one is the bantamweight, Cejudo and Henry Cejudo versus Dominic Cruz. That one. Ooh. What do you have on that one? That one's going to be pretty interesting. I mean, Cejudo's been on the tear. This would be Cruz's first fight since Cody Garbrandt. It's in 4 years. Last time they fought was in December 2016. So, although I know Cruz doesn't believe in ring rust, I mean, I feel like he's had a lot of injury. Like, honestly, I mean, you're not gonna like to hear this because I know you like Cruz.
I know, bro. I'm a huge Cruz fan. I'm a huge Cruz. No, but it's true though. It's true. Just tell me.
I feel like he's towards the end of his career. I feel like he should.
Yeah.
I feel like at this point, I feel like he should just keep like being an analyst. I feel like he's really, really good at analyzing fights and talking about them with other commentators and seeing like going off of like certain moves and how they move that way and what they could have done in a certain submission and in a style. But I see for this one, I feel like I got Cejudo. Cejudo's been on the tear, and he beat Dillashaw. He fought Moraes. He beat him too. And those haven't been close fights. Like Cejudo's, the first one was when he beat Dillashaw was a knockout, and I feel like Cejudo's gonna come out on top. But I'm interested to see how Cruz comes out. I wonder.
It'll be interesting. Yeah.
It being against Cejudo and see like in terms of like the wrestling, and I know pretty sure Cejudo's gonna try to take him down and even just striking. It's gonna be interesting to see how Cejudo or Cruz comes out and tries to fight against Cejudo, who's like known for his wrestling. So,
yeah. Oh no. Yeah,
interesting.
Yeah, it'll be an interesting fight. I think for both guys, obviously a huge fight. Obviously, hit Cejudo to maintain the belt. Cruz to get that belt back for the third time. I think, initial thoughts. I think Henry Cejudo has obviously, like you said, been on this tear. He's been on top of the world now. He won against TJ Dillashaw. He beat Demetrius Johnson. He's beaten some of the best guys in those divisions. Henry Cejudo's wrestling on par with, obviously, he's at an Olympic level. Cruz, obviously, like you said, he has really good footwork, really good style, especially unorthodox style that has worked for him obviously throughout his whole career. And like you said, go for it.
If you think about it, his only fight that he lost to was Garbrandt. Before that, he was undefeated. So,
yeah. No. Yeah. Cruz. Yeah.
It's not like he had lost. Like he had, I think he lost like another fight, but that was like years back.
Yeah, that was Uriah Faber. Uriah Faber beat him in WEC.
Yeah.
Back in 2008 or something like that. Yeah.
He was on a tear. It's just his injuries, but still, I mean, if he hadn't lost to Garbrandt, I mean, he would still be champion. So.
Yeah. No. I think. Yeah. I think like you said. Yeah. I think Cruz. Like you said, he does train a lot. He's been training. A lot of people are saying that obviously Cejudo is also on an advantage in the sense that he was in a training camp for Jose Aldo quite recently. So
that's true.
He's coming off of training. Cruz obviously a little late notice, not too late, but I think will that play a factor though? I think it will. It always will. But for Cruz, not really. I think Cruz does maintain that training. He trains often, usually like he's in a fight camp. So I think it'll be it's good for Cruz in the sense that, okay, like he's getting back into it. He has been training. But will it be enough? I don't know, man. I think Cejudo, in order for Cejudo to win, I think Cejudo needs to go in there, grind, use that wrestling, stay in the pocket, like I said before with other fighters. He's got to, maintain that distance, while Cruz, with the unorthodox style that he has, going in and out, using that footwork, going left, going to right, ducking under punches. And I think that's also going to play a factor too. I don't think he's going to be able to duck under these punches as good as he used to. Why? Because I think Cejudo's size will actually probably come as an advantage to him. Because Cejudo, obviously being the smaller guy, it's going to be harder to duck under. It's going to be harder to avoid those shots. Obviously, Cruz has that advantage of range and length. But I don't know, man. I mean, this is a tough fight to call. I think if we're going to be smart about it, I think Cejudo obviously is the winner of this fight just because of how active he's been, who he's beaten. He's champion for a reason, you know what I mean? So, and he does have power in his hands, man. If one of those lands, especially since this fight being at 135, he's gained, his training, he's gained a lot of muscle. If one of those land, but at the same time, man, Cruz, you can't just sit on it. You can't just sit on Cruz, man. I mean, he came back and beat TJ Dillashaw after like a 2-year layoff. Like this guy is on top of the world in terms of his mindset. So I don't know, man. I'm a huge Cruz fan, so I'll probably be picking Cruz just for the sake of, But if you were to be, I would say the smart bet would most likely be Cejudo, though. Cejudo. Who am I going for? Cruz. But I think Cejudo's gonna win. In my opinion, I think that most likely Cejudo will win, but I'll be going for Cruz. Anything you want to add on or anything?
No, I think this is gonna be really interesting. I'm really excited to see this one. This is gonna be interesting to see how they both come out. It's gonna be like two very different styles, and seeing how Cruz how he moves, and just after the layoff, I just want to see how he's gonna perform. So I think it's gonna be very interesting to see.
Yeah, no, for sure. Sorry, I got a text right now.
Very good. And the next one is a lightweight, so it's Ferguson versus Gaethje. That's the main event.
Yeah, dude. This is a weird fight. I feel like I could sit here and like fucking talk about this shit for this fight forever.
Well, it's off the fight basically. That was supposed to be Khabib originally, but then this is literally the 5th time they had made it. And then due to the virus, they had to cancel it and everything. And Khabib couldn't get back from Russia due to like the visa pass and everything. But that's the fight we've all been wanting to see. I mean, Ferguson's a dog. I feel like he should have been the champion a long time ago. He's had so many wins already by now. He should have had his chance already. I know he was interim champ, but it's like, dude, interim champs really matter at this point. Like, so I feel like that's gonna be very interesting. Gaethje has won his last 3. He beat Barboza. He beat Cerrone. He beat Vick. So he's been on a tear, but I feel like Ferguson's gonna be too much for him, man. I feel like it's gonna be like a bloodbath. They're just gonna be just.
Oh yeah, that's what they're saying.
They don't back down.
Oh
it's
no.
It's gonna be all striking. Ferguson could take him down, but I feel like it's gonna be just a stand up of just banging it out.
Yeah.
I think Ferguson's gonna be just too powerful for Gaethje, even though Gaethje's he's very good at striking, and he uses distance. He likes to jab. He likes to beat it out, but Ferguson, his style, very with his elbows, and he'll throw some elbows in there. He'll move. He'll jab with the left, and then just come back with the right. Like he's very like also an orthodox style how he comes out. So I think that's gonna be interesting to see. But I think it's gonna be Ferguson that comes out on top.
Yeah. I would say I have to agree with you. With this fight, I think that Ferguson is on another level in terms of obviously like striking. I think Gaethje's good. I think he's really good, actually, especially with the power that he possesses in both hands. He goes in there, he goes for those knockouts, just like obviously he's also another guy who's been on a tear. Obviously, that loss against Dustin Poirier. Obviously, it's Dustin Poirier, you know what I mean? So you can't really, bang on him for that one. But yeah, man, I would have to agree with you. I think Tony Ferguson is going to go in there. I think he has just this X factor of just not knowing what you're getting into, that has played effect in a lot of fights that he's been in, man. He's super unorthodox in the way that he fights. And I think it kind of throws things for a loop, especially with a guy like Gaethje. Gaethje's really good, but it's just a matter, I think, of him understanding and capitalizing on that. And if he can't, man, if Tony Ferguson finds his rhythm, I don't think Gaethje's going to pull through, but who knows, man? I think Gaethje does have the power to beat him. I think Gaethje can grind on him, utilize that wrestling that we kind of don't see as much. Because, I mean, he's a 2-time wrestling champion, you know what I mean? So I think if he utilizes that, then it'll be interesting. It'll be a good fight. But, again, if it does go to the ground, Ferguson's got insane jiu-jitsu, man. He can fight off his back, utilize those elbows as we've seen against like Anthony Pettis and stuff. So I don't know, man. It's going to be a tough fight, but I would have to agree with this one too, man. I'm going to go Ferguson. It's kind of hard to bet against him, especially with what he's been doing. Yeah, he's had close fights, against Venata and a few other fighters, but
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't know, man.
Those are good. Those are great.
Yeah, but at the same time, man, yeah. But again, I'm not counting Gaethje out. I think he can. Do I think he can do it? Yeah, for sure. I don't think it's going to be a one-sided ass whooping. I think it's going to go back and forth. It's just going to be the matter of who finds their rhythm first. And I feel that also if Gaethje does, Ferguson's in for a long night too if that happens, So I don't know, man.
Mm-hmm.
But my final pick would have to be Ferguson overall, I would say.
I agree. Yeah, I would agree with that. Ferguson, and in fact, he's just so hungry for the title at this point. Like, he wants to just win. Like, I know it's been in his radar for a long time. And also, I'm pretty sure if he beats Gaethje, he knows that the Khabib fight is there. And after that, it's pretty much the champion.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, yeah, this is a big fight. The winner of this fight needs to fight Khabib for sure. I don't think that's even should be argued.
Yeah.
Obviously, yeah, man, I don't know, man. It's a big fight. It's one of the biggest fights in UFC for sure right now. But I think winner needs to fight Khabib who knows when everything will get back to normal. So, I don't know, man. But I think, it'll be a good fight overall. But, yeah, man, got to go Ferguson on this one. Yeah, it's going to be good, though. It's going to be a clash.
It's a good card. It's going to be interesting to see how the UFC pulled it off. Obviously, there's going to be no fans, like, for the time being due to what's the occasion right now. But, I'm happy that Dana's been trying to put the sport back together and he's not backing down in terms of, like, putting shows on for the fans. So.
Oh, yeah. No, yeah, for sure. I think you can go two ways with this, right? It's like, what the hell is he doing? Or, okay, cool, the fight's on. Look, as a person of, like, looking at it from a health perspective and stuff, it's kind of like, oh, like, why is this happening, But at the same time, as a fan, it's like, bro, like, who cares,
That's true.
Let's just do this,
And it's stuff right now with no entertainment or anything else, sports going on.
Hell yeah.
People are just going.
Bro, I've been just home. I don't even know what I'm doing. So I just lay there, like, because I'll do my homework and stuff. And I just lay down. I'll be like, bro, there's nothing on right now. Like, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
So, but it's going to be fun. I think it'll be cool, especially with, like, a stack card like this. I think everyone's going to have a good time. Crazy, man. It's going to be crazy. Like, all these, I'm super excited for that Francis fight, believe it or not. I think it's going to be interesting. Two of the biggest power punchers in heavyweight division, man. It's going to be a blast. It's going to be dope.
Yeah, I feel like what's cool is that I feel like there's, like, no sleeper fights on this card. Like, it's all going to be all of them are going to be, like, saying what's going to happen here, what's going to happen. It's just all leading up to, like, the biggest card, the biggest fight. So I think it's going to be interesting. It's going to be pretty cool to see how each fighter comes out on top, like, and see how they perform. So I'm excited.
Dude,
that one, and Ngannou one, the Pettis one also stands out a lot to me to see how they both come out. Which other one? The Ferguson, obviously. There's a lot. There's the Cater one. That one's going to be interesting.
Yeah, dude. I know. It's going to be some good
They're really
fights,
good.
Man.
They're going to be.
All right, guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. Just had to do some stuff. Okay, I'm back.
Very good.
What was I gonna say? What were we talking about? Oh yeah, we were talking about that the Francis fight, right? Or just the fight overall. Yeah, man. Yeah, I think it's gonna be good. It's gonna be a good night of fights. Really good night of fights. We haven't seen a card like this in a long time, if not ever. Mm-hmm. Maybe since like UFC 100 or something. You know what I mean? Where every card is just insane. So, yeah, man. Some good fights. I'm out of breath. The stairs all quick. I'm like, dude, I'm kind of a little out of shape too, bro. I'm like,
you're good. I feel it. It's been hard to even train right now with everything closed down and everything. But it's gonna be a good night. Saturday, I can't wait for it, and it's gonna be a great night of fights.
Yeah, dude. It just sucks. Like, we can't, like, because, like, having parties and shit, like, you can't do that right now. But it'll still be good, man. It'll be dope.
It's going to be a Zoom UFC card. So Zoom
UFC card. I know, bro. Just Zoom it. We'll just Zoom it for everyone. No, I'm kidding.
Just put on the TV.
Get in trouble for that. Yeah, man. But, no, man, it'll be a good night of fights. And we'll see what happens,
Yep.
and we'll see if our predictions are right. We'll see if we're good, reliable sources of information in terms of who's going to win the fights.
I mean, if I'm wrong, you're right. So if you're right, I'm wrong.
Yeah, I know, yeah. For most of them,
go.
because we kind of disagreed on a lot of them.
But either way, we're a reliable source. Cause
no, we're reliable. Hey, that's true. That's true. Maybe this was planned. Maybe we were like, oh, no, I want to do this. Oh, no, I want to go do that.
Right? See?
You don't lose. No, I'm kidding. But
that's true.
Nah, bro. But it'll be good.
It'll be good, yeah.
Yeah, man. But I mean, that's it though. That's it for this podcast. We're just, talking about the fights and stuff. Probably going to do this for like all these big fights. I know there's a few other cards coming up we may want to do. So, but we'll see. We'll keep you guys posted. But thank you, Sebastian, for being on with, obviously, I know it's like midday. We kind of had to wake up early. Well, if you want to call like 12 o'clock early, but we've been sleeping in though. So, you know what I mean? So
right.
It's been good though. It's been good. And,
been good.
Yeah, man. That's about it. Thanks you guys for tuning in. And, Sebastian, anything you want to add? Anything like that?
No, just excited, and yeah, just everyone stay safe and stay healthy, and yeah, and it'll be good. Just gotta wait and see.
All right, man, for sure. All right.
Thank you.
Well, that's gonna be it for this podcast, man. So thank you, everyone. Make sure to subscribe.